And we're live. What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Shit Talk podcast. You're joined with me, Connor, your host. And today, I'm joined with two of my good friends, Max and Chris.
Hello, I am Max.
Hello, I am GizmoCH at YouTube.
Just self-promotion. Gizzy. Self-promotion to my 38 subs, as opposed to your 4,000. You're nearly on 4 now, aren't you?
Yeah, I reached it.
Oh, did you reach it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, yeah. Because I noticed, I was watching, I need to turn this mic. Because I was watching your sub count slowly go up from 3 to 4. And then I realised I can count.
You should look at it on that website that has the live sub count, where you look at it for like an hour. And
I want to look at
goes
mine.
up
It'll
by
just
one.
stay on 38 for a couple months, and then it will finally change. How many subs have you got on your channel, Max?
I think I'm sitting steady at about 7.
Is that the one where you made the video at college? Or?
Yeah. I think, yeah. Just a few
Max
college
doesn't
videos
even
there.
know.
I don't know, maybe.
So Max and Chris are friends from college. As I said in the last podcast, we're currently in a band making music together again. After a few years of
After a hiatus.
Yeah, a hiatus. So one thing that I did want to touch upon before we actually get into this podcast is a little bit less formal this time as opposed to last time, because we're drinking. But we are just going to be talking about random shit today. We got some movie reviews, deep conversations, and then we're just going to finish it off with a few drinking games and getting absolutely pissed. So hope everyone's ready for that.
I'm ready, Freddie.
Right. Beforehand, Max, how comfortable are you talking about the little hiatus that we had as friends?
Zero comfort in that, I'm afraid.
Are you
I'd rather
serious?
just skip over it and dial it. No, I don't. Yeah.
Fantastic. So I was going to say, it's like half the podcast that I plan to do done.
Half the podcast, eh?
It's only going to be like a 15-minute podcast. What are you talking about? So, seeing as our EP is about sort of, it's based around our experience of us disconnecting as friends. Not so much. Well, at some point, you guys kicked me out from the group chat. Max left the group chat. Chris has been the only consistent one in the group chat and has never left.
It's all Chris's fault.
It's all your fault.
Oh, yeah.
The famous track by Chris Holland. So, seeing as our EP is about sort of our experience in like losing connection with friends, reconnecting, and something that I talked about in my last podcast, episode 1, was the idea of it being about like relationships and connection, and the feelings that you experience as friends or in a relationship. It's a universal feeling. Okay? What this is like an interview for him now, isn't it? What made you want to leave our chat? We're being open here. We're being open, so
I didn't like you guys anymore. You pissed me off too much. That's why.
yeah. I really don't. Yeah.
Ultimately, it. It got to a point where I was less happy being in it than being away from it.
Just,
and I think
just imagine how cunty we must have been for Max to think I'd much rather not talk to anyone all day than talk to someone.
That's how it is, though. It got to that point. And I'm not saying I hate you guys. I hate you guys a little bit. But, it's just... Yeah, when it gets to that point, I think you got to sort of look at where you're at in life.
Yeah, man, definitely. This is one thing, right? That you always come first in your own life, and it needs to be that way, because if you can't make yourself happy, how can you make anyone else happy? Right? And I'm not saying, like, if you're depressed, don't get into a relationship or make friends. I mean, we all suffer with some form of fucking anxiety, depression, some shit like that, but Chris is in a relationship. Me and Max may as well be in a relationship with each other.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just all about taking care of yourself and making sure you're okay. And I think that's a completely understandable thing to do. Because the amount of times that I've like pied off friends or distanced myself from people because either the environment or their attitudes or their behaviours or just how they made me feel was very negative.
Yeah.
I.e., the reason why I fucked off Tobin just made me feel awful about myself, right? And it's completely fine that with what... And it's the whole thing about if a friendship's meant to be, the same thing where if a relationship is meant to be, it will come back around. I don't think fucking any of us knew that when COVID hit that we'd be hanging out with Max again.
Nah.
It was sort of a blessing in disguise.
There you go, it was.
Well, for us, I mean, so many people have died. But,
Yeah.
At least we're having fun.
At least we're doing this podcast and have something to talk about. But so how were the 3 years that you were away from us?
It was like just really nice. Just like
Being
where it was and what I've been doing all my life. It was like living in a sort of
utopia.
blissful utopia, as
And then you came back, you're like, fuck.
But I think it's fine to sort of take a break from people.
Oh yeah,
in
100%.
a way. Like I said, it got to a point where I was having less fun than I was having fun. Sort of being in the group chat, as it were. But I think you got to look after yourself, as you said. So,
yeah, it's all about your health, and then look after the people around you.
And it was sort of like I also didn't like where I was at the point. Maybe like just mentally, I guess. And I think it's fine just to take a few, work on yourself for a bit.
Yeah, well, they say you are the culmination of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And I'm not gonna lie, back then in like 2016, 17ish, I was fucking miserable just with life. Chris, I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
Talk about it,
Who
Chris.
does?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you weren't in a good place. I don't think any of us were. So when you're surrounding yourself with people that, 1, don't really want to strive to do more, and 2, don't really give a fuck about doing more and having ambitions in life, I think that does take a drag on you. And
For sure.
yeah, I reckon when you're in that environment, it is good to just get the fuck out. Pardon me. And luckily, we've all grown as people, so now we can mesh together.
We can mesh, we can collide, we can collaborate.
Yep.
As it were.
Oh yeah.
Just beware, Chris. The moment you start acting like a cunt again,
You're out. We're kicking you from the chat.
yeah.
Don't worry, I have the power of Jesus
And
on my
that'll be
side.
another
man.
one bites that. Well, we won't be kicking him from the chat. Reed's the only fucking. What is it?
He's the only
Administrator. Admin, that's the one. Yeah, administrator, because he's removed everyone else. Fun times. Films.
Oh boy.
We watched Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
We watched some stellar movies.
A couple weeks ago. Now,
It was like this week, wasn't it? It was like
It wasn't
less
this
than
week.
7 days ago.
It wasn't. It was more than 7 days ago.
It was Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Oh yeah,
was
that's when we
Saturday.
played tennis.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
6 days ago. Now.
So I would put the Rush Hour trilogy up there with the Cornetto trilogy. I would, out of all 6 films, I would definitely put World's End at the very bottom of the 6 films. But last night I was thinking about like how to, because I know Chris gave the Rush Hour films a lower score than he did the first time he watched them.
Yeah.
Max was just speechless and looked like he was dying afterwards.
I had never seen these movies before, and I wanted to give them a chance because you thought they were so amazing. And we watched them all in succession, three films, one after the other. And I came away from it. It's a thing where like I can watch a movie and it can be terrible, and I can go, that was god awful. But the Rush Hour trilogy I didn't think it was good, but I also didn't think it was like so awful. It was like the kind of like the worst experience I could have from a movie, where I come away and I just really don't have anything to say.
I thought they were amazing.
So I wanted to know why you thought they were so great.
See, this is the thing, right? So, liking a movie is all subjective, right?
Of course.
Chris gets up his own ass because he writes reviews about movies.
Yeah, he's such
so
a...
his opinion must always be right about films.
Max
that.
literally has a Tumblr account where he writes reviews.
Let's not get into that now.
I don't
We're
know
talking
I
about
don't-
you.
I don't know what Tumblr is.
What's done?
It's like a social media blog sort of website.
Oh,
So
right.
anyway, Chris really hates Rush Hour.
Yeah, so... And then I was thinking, like, liking movies is subjective, right? So and I was sitting there last night thinking, right, I've got to talk about, like, why I like these movies. And the only thing that I could think of why I like them is I think they're funny,
Right.
but I don't know whether I find them funny because they are funny or because me and my friend Connor, we've watched all 3 Rush Hours together and we've watched all 3 of the Cornetto trilogy together. And we can pretty much quote the movies word for word. So I don't know whether they're funny because they're actually funny, the Rush Hour movies, or they're funny because we just continuously quote things to each other and find it funny,
Right.
right? So I was sitting there thinking, well, that's a subjective view. But I may like the movie because of an outside, because me and my friend have a really good connection with the movie,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But that's pretty much the same view that everyone else is going to have, which is subjective.
A lot of the time, people will love a film less because, like, technically it's really great, and more because they have a lot of, like, really great experiences with it.
The
like,
one thing I said when we watched in the Rush Hour, you've seen it, and I said to you, Max, I was like, you've just got to take logic out of your mind because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
when you said that, I was like, I'm not going to have fun with this.
There are
am I?
so many times when the bad guy would never be found out if he just shut his fucking mouth and didn't act like a bad guy, and you wouldn't know none the wiser. But these are early 2000s actions films. Like, what can you expect back then?
It wasn't just like, because I could enjoy a movie that sort of throws logic out of the window, if I can put that aside and say that I had fun. But I didn't have fun with these movies, and like, there's like things that I can measure in a movie and go, I like that and I like that, and that's why I like this movie. And for you to say, I don't know what I can point at and say that I like it, except for, like, I guess the jokes. I didn't find these movies funny. I didn't really like the acting, except for, like, Jackie Chan was cute. I wrote down some bullet points, and I was like, Jackie Chan was cute, and that's like one of the only
What are your
good
bullet
points.
points?
I don't know. I forgot on my list, so I'm
Have
gonna
you
have to
are they
go
not
on.
on your phone?
No, I'm gonna have. I wrote it down, so
What?
I'm gonna have to.
Do you not keep notes on your phone?
No, I use pen and paper.
I've got the list of trilogies that are better on my phone.
We'll have to go through that in a minute. But
Been
anyway,
in
where was I
it.
at? Yeah, in a minute. So, yeah, I didn't find it funny. I didn't find the filmmaking to be of that great value, to me at least. Chris Tucker, is that his name?
Chris Tucker.
Yeah,
Chris
the
Tucker and
guy-
Jackie Chan,
he
the main roles.
really
main actors.
annoyed me
Yeah,
to
I
like
can't
the point where
stand
I almost like started
Your
crying.
biggest complaint was he hits on every woman that is
Yeah.
in the film.
There is one woman in the first Rush Hour movie. He hits on her. There are, well, I don't know, maybe two. I don't really. that's the thing. I don't remember these
They upped
movies
it in
now.
every film.
Yeah, but every single woman that came onto the screen, he hit on. And there was a point, was it in the third movie, where he walks into a dressing room, and like all these women are just there, like getting dressed for like a show, and he pretends to be
Bubbles.
he pretends to be the costume designer or something.
Bubbles.
And he makes them all strip down naked, and then he lines them up,
Topless,
and then he
they're
looks
just
at them.
topless.
Yeah, and then he just looks at them.
But I think that was common back in those times. I don't know. I was 5. When did the first one come out? 1998, and it was set in 1997, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was 3 when Rush Hour 1 came out. I was 5 when the second one came out. No, I was 6. And then I was like, the last one came out in 2007. So I just started set. I was like 11, 12 when the other one came out. So I didn't really compare them to many 2000s films, but I'm guessing that was kind of the norm back then.
I don't.
Because men were
Was he?
creepy.
It's kind
and
of
sleazy.
a common trope in comedies, especially in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I just.
It's
It
not
annoyed
aged
me.
well, though.
It annoyed me because I was like, you know what? These are also like, what, 12 rated movies, and there is so much they get away with, man.
Yeah.
But I don't find it funny or entertaining
I
when
thought
just this guy goes like he just hits on every woman, and like, that's the joke.
I thought the chemistry between Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan was really good.
Palpable.
I liked how because when you watch at the end of it, each film, as the credits play, there's a blooper reel
Yeah.
of bloopers.
Yeah.
And how they act when they're not actually filming is pretty much the same as when they are. Their chemistry is very good.
Yeah, I don't think either are very great actors, but it's definitely, you can tell that they're friends outside.
You
the
say
films.
not great actors. Jackie Chan was the second highest paid actor.
I know, that doesn't mean he's good.
Chris
Yeah,
hated
yeah.
Jackie Chan. I'm just going to say it right here and now. Jackie Chan was like the best part of the movies for me, and Chris just hated him.
I mean, yeah, you're right, he's cute.
Yeah.
His action scenes I did enjoy, like anything where he's doing like the actual martial arts stuff that he does well, I enjoy. But when he actually tries to act, he's not good.
Those martial arts scenes were the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
They're the
Wow.
best part of any film,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So when you look at films, then are you more looking for? Because obviously I do. I think you'd be pretty dumb not to look for good cinematography,
Sure.
good dialogue, good writing, good acting, everything like that. Making sure there's a plot to it, the plot makes sense, there's no plot holes. Is that the main thing you guys look for in a film then? Because when I experience films, a lot of the films that I like are ones that I've experienced, like had the most fun with. They may not be the best films in terms of the standard review for a movie, but I can tell you now, I can have a lot more fun with the Rush Hour trilogy than I can with probably 90% of the films that you two pick.
Yeah. I just try and...
You'll sit there and you'll think, that's a really good lens flare that happens at the 59th minute of the movie when Tom and Jerry are talking about whatever.
I don't...
I'll just be pissing myself laughing with my mate about the fact that someone just said Mushu, you're hungry?
I don't go into films like looking to point out those things. I just go into it looking to have a good time or to get out of it whatever the directors were intending you to get out of it. And the other things are just kind of bonus things I'll pick up on.
Yeah, so I think Rush Hour was the original Cornetto trilogy for me. Not in terms of them being on the same level, same director or directing, shit like that, but just the Cornetto trilogy has a special place for me. And I think Rush Hour, the trilogy for that, does for me as well. I just think they are really good. I can sit down. They're the dumb action movies where you can just switch off and you can play a fucking card game with them in the background. It's not like you're watching Avengers Endgame where you kind of need to be watching it to understand what's going on. Or what's that film with Brad Pitt, Seven, the one we were quoting earlier, to know what's going on.
I could still have fun with just a fun movie, but like if a movie is just, that was fun, then that's fine. I didn't find the Rush Hour movies to be fun, but if you point to something like, I just did like a marathon over a few days.
Don't say the X-Men movies.
Every X-Men
Don't say
movie.
the X-Men movie.
Okay, and you were talking about like plot holes there, about like measuring plot holes, I guess, and those movies are riddled with plot holes.
Yeah,
man.
that's why they retconned it, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they rebooted the series with First Class.
That was that a reboot? It was like Days of Future Past.
Yeah, that's
Where they changed
Which one was the
time.
first one?
The first-
First Class was the one
First
with the
Class.
younger people, and then they did Days of Future Past, which is like bridges the gap between the two and then retcons everything.
That one. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they retconned it, and then they came out of Dark Phoenix.
They did Apocalypse and then Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, sorry. Apocalypse was shite.
Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, in my opinion, worst X-Men movies.
Me and Tobin went to see Dark Phoenix off a whim at Odeon down I think it's Odeon down Port Solent.
Yeah.
We watched the movie and walked out, and it probably was one of the worst cinema experiences I've ever had. That, A Cure for Wellness, and
That was god-awful.
Men in Black are the three.
Men in Black International is awful.
They were three of the. I've sat in the cinema and thought I could just walk out and leave. There were 3 times when I don't know if you remember this, when we went to see Cure for Wellness, there are 3 points during this movie I was thinking, well, that's the end, we can go now. And then it carried on. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
That was a day where we were just like, we want to go to the cinema, but we don't know what to see. Let's just pick a random movie. And I was like, okay, we'll just pick a random movie. I'll pay for it. And then we picked A Cure for Wellness. And it was like 3 hours long or something. It felt like 3 hours
Was that
long.
when cinema tickets were still like £11 a ticket?
Must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, geez, that
film-
might have been the most miserable cinema experience of my entire
yeah,
life.
100%. That is mine.
I almost started crying. I really wanted to leave.
So
it was
did
so
I.
boring.
It's got the actor from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 that plays
Dane DeHaan.
Dane, yeah,
The
and he's
Hobgoblin. Yeah.
he's also in what's that film where they
Valerian.
get superpowers? And
Chronicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
like
when I
that
went to see Chronicle was a bit of a shit experience in the cinema as well. Not because it was bad, but because I went to see it at Odeon again with 2 of my friends from school. Halfway through the film, the projector broke, just tore up the film. So they gave out vouchers for you to go and see like another movie.
Oh, man.
So we went to see it again, and then when we went to see it again, the same thing happened, and they didn't give us vouchers this time.
Oh.
So I had to watch the last of that movie on YouTube through clips like years down the line. And his acting is he just reminds me of a very sad mole rat.
I always hate him when he's in movies. I do not like him.
He wasn't a good Harry Osborn in Spider-Man. I reckon James Franco played him a lot better than what he did.
He is the most charismaless actor I've ever seen.
Yeah, just carries around a fucking ball and throws it at things.
Do we want to go through my list of better trilogies?
We haven't
than
talked about the
Russia?
Cornetto trilogy yet.
We'll do that, and then we'll do
That is on my trilogy.
Okay,
Let's
we'll talk
go.
about the Cornetto trilogy after. Let's hear the list of your better trilogies than the Rush Hour trilogy.
Number 1, Star Wars. I was going to put just the original
there's
one.
three trilogies of
Yeah.
that.
3 of those.
But would you
I would put-
technically class that as a trilogy then? Because there's 9 films.
They're
Yeah.
split into 3 trilogies.
Okay.
And I would
3
put
timelines.
Wait, which one?
all of them.
No, fuck off. No way. 7, 8, and 9 are some of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I love
1,
7
2, and
and 8.
3 are okay. 4, 5, and 6 are shit.
I mean,
Whoa! What, the original trilogy?
Oh, fuck off. You're not one of
No.
these. The original trilogy, man. No.
I mean, episode 5 is literally my second favourite film of all time.
Mate, in episode 1, like you and Connor were talking about last night, you got Duel of the Fates,
Yeah.
right? Episode 3, you have Ewan McGregor and the guy who played Anakin Skywalker,
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen. Their whole fighting scene was done by them in real time, so everything you're seeing is done with fucking sticks or something.
Great.
And it's just incredible to
Yeah,
watch
really,
that.
Yeah, definitely.
And then episode 2, Clone Wars, it's a massive fucking battle. That's
yeah, no,
Episode 2 is awful.
That's a lot better for me than some old cunt having a lightsaber duel. It's Obi-Wan and Darth Vader's last lightsaber duel, and they're essentially just tapping each other's lightsabers.
Because they're old.
And then
They're all like all the shit.
but
They got
Darth
like
Vader
arthritis.
fucking then takes on Luke Skywalker and fucks him up.
Yeah, man.
So it's not he's old as an excuse. Do you know what's even worse than fucking them movies? Lord of the Rings. That's on your list as well, isn't it?
You've only seen the one of.
No, I've seen
Is
all
it?
3 of them.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you've only seen the one.
I've seen all 3 of them. Then I went to watch them again because I hadn't seen them in ages. And the first hour of the first one just pissed me off so much I turned it off.
I actually didn't put it on my list because I've not rewatched them all yet, so I can't.
Well, I
properly
have,
judge
and
it.
they're amazing. I can tell you that for sure. Anyway, Chris.
Max,
what's the-
I would love to do a podcast where we watch Lord of the Rings, the first one, and I'll pause the film every time I find a discrepancy or something wrong with it, and you can try and explain to me why it's in there.
These are 3-hour-long movies.
Yeah.
Man. I'm not going to do that. We'll be here forever.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
That's just an admission that you know that you'd get fucked over.
So the next one is Back to the Future.
Yeah, they're pretty decent.
not seen him.
I wouldn't say they're better than the Rush Hour movies.
Well, I would.
I'd say they're more well known and they're more in pop culture than the Rush Hour movies.
more entertaining.
Yeah, massively. I wouldn't say they're more entertaining. What's so fun about seeing a DeLorean
It's
go
pretty
to
cool.
the past? Carry on then.
The Dollars trilogy, which has a fistful of dollars for a few dollars more, and the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I've only seen A Fistful of Dollars.
I don't
but
even know
I
All
really
3
like
are
that one.
great.
I don't know what any of them movies are. Never seen them.
They're westerns from the 60s.
Okay.
Super famous. Super famous.
Not from the 60s, so I must say.
Next is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy.
I wouldn't say
Ooh.
they're better than the Rush
I
Hour
would.
movies.
They are better than the Rush.
They're
Hour
so
movies.
cheesy and over the top. They're so
I
fun.
love them.
Did
apart
you
from,
not
like, 3.
complain yesterday that you didn't like a film because it was cheesy?
No,
Yeah, you did.
I said I liked it. I said it was over the top and cheesy. That was like me
no.
saying
You were talking about
John Wick 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said no. You said you didn't like him because they
No,
were
I
cheesy.
said I liked them. They're just very over the top and cheesy, so I understand why someone wouldn't like them.
I don't see. Do you think the John Wick movies are cheesy? I don't see how they are
No.
cheesy.
I don't think so.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
Because they're serious. The story makes sense. There's no out of place dialogue that you're just like, oh, what the fuck? That's cringy.
Yeah. Anyway, next one.
So we'll just say John Wick now to get that out of the way.
Yeah, John Wick. I really like the John Wick movies. It's
Yeah, I
not.
enjoy them a lot.
It's a trilogy now, but there's going to be another movie.
I'm pretty
so-
sure John Wick is like the version of Raid that I can watch without having to read subtitles.
Yeah, they are very similar to the Raid films.
Yeah.
I definitely prefer the Raid films, but I still really.
I've
enjoy
only
John Wick
seen is there 3 raids or
2.
2? Because the other one's in a block, isn't it?
First,
No, prison. The other one's in a prison. Yeah.
I
Well,
swear there's
it's
like
not
one
really
movie
a
called
scene in
The
it.
Raid Redemption, though, isn't it?
That's the original.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why do they?
I don't know. The Raid 2 is like a 2.5-hour film set all across Taiwan, so it's like half an hour sequence at the beginning in a prison, and then the rest of it's just all over the place.
Oh, okay.
That was good.
I
I
haven't
didn't
seen-
really-
I haven't seen that.
I
I've
was
seen the
kinda
prison.
bored, though.
I've seen the whole prison section, but I haven't seen the rest of the movie.
Yeah, The
It's a
Raid
bit
2
too
kind of
long, but
annoyed
I
me
enjoy it a lot.
because it was so long. It was
It
like
is
2
very
hours,
long.
2.5 hours or something, and I was like, just kind of bored.
Yeah.
'Cause there's only so much that you can like watch these, and they are great action scenes. They're some of the best. But
Yeah.
it's just when that's all there is, I didn't really connect with the story that was
Have
going
you
on.
guys ever seen? Now this one. Have you guys ever seen? I think it's District 9 is the name of the
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
The
Neil Blomkamp.
free running
yes.
film.
That's
No.
District
For
13 or something like that.
oh, that's the one. Yeah. 'Cause
No,
there's
I've not
District
watched
9. District 9's about the aliens.
Yeah, that's the one I've
And then
watched.
District 13 then. I was originally going to say District 13, but I thought, no, that's the alien ones. District 13 is about, I can't tell you. I really can't tell you. Someone needs to get his sister back from drug dealers.
Fair enough.
But it's the same, I put it in the same brackets as the Raid movies. Not on terms of, like, story and whatnot. Because the Raid movies are done with such good choreography and action. District 13 is done like the main character is the creator of free running, David Bell. Does all of his own stunts in the movie. Everything you see in that film is done by him with no safety gear whatsoever.
Yeah,
It's just really fucking insane. You need to watch it at some point if you're a fan of it.
I think I've seen him just like doing behind the scenes stuff on movies, and he's just like running across like buildings. It's crazy.
He's insane. There was a point where there's 2 creators of it. There's Sebastian Foucault, which you will recognise if you've watched the first James Bond movie that has Daniel Craig in it.
Casino Royale.
And is that the one, the crane scene at the beginning where it's the chase scene?
Yeah.
The black guy that he's chasing is Sebastian Foucault,
Yeah.
Foucault, the other creator of free running. He was in London at one point. And I missed the opportunity to go meet him. One of my friends did, and I saw it in his video and his vlog that he went up there. I was a little bit jealous. So anyway, carry on.
Next, the Captain America trilogy.
Mhm.
They get better every single one. I think all 3 are really good.
I know,
Disagree.
I wouldn't say they get better every one. Number 1 was good. Number 2 is the best out of the trilogy, and Civil War for me is just setting up the whole. Well, for me, it's Avengers 2.5.
I think I'd say the second and third one are probably on par for me. I really, really enjoyed them. When it comes to the MCU, I think they're 2 of the
I
ones
liked the
enjoyed
second
most.
one more because the action in it was just so like fuck me,
Yeah.
that's good.
It was like the first time in the MCU where like they did something different genre-wise.
Yeah, because this was more spy, wasn't it?
Yeah, although the first film's like kind of more a war film, it was like
But it still followed the MCU
Yeah,
trope of
that
just,
one's just basically a straight up spy thriller.
So why wouldn't you say no good? Captain America is my favourite trilogy of the MCU.
It's the most
only,
consistent.
It's the only one that had 3 good movies.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1 was good. Iron Man 2 was worse. Iron Man 3 was really good. 4, 1 and 2, I don't need to explain them, do we?
No, I don't
The 4 Ragnarok's the only one that exists.
Look, I appreciate what the MCU is trying to do and what it has accomplished, but when I look back at like the Captain America trilogy, I don't have any reason to go back to any of them apart from maybe Winter Soldier, and that's because I think it's a good movie, but I still have problems with it.
Yeah.
When I look back to
you
with
have
these
problems with
movies,
every MCU movie.
and when I look back to any movie, what comes to mind is like imagery, and these movies are so visually lacking in like the color palette. They're all grey when I think about them in my mind.
This is you've literally just watched a video essay of why the MCU sucks on YouTube. Because every time I watch a review of any MCU movie, one of the big things that they say is it's very dull in terms of the color palette, which it is. I think Thor Ragnarok was the only one to fucking spice it up a little bit.
You got the Guardians
Maybe,
Galaxy.
yeah.
Oh,
Gal-
yeah, them
and
too.
the first Avengers is very colourful. I watched that a couple of days ago.
But when they get into the fight scenes in the city, the only color palette is them.
It's still a little bit like greyish, but they're
Yeah.
very colourful. I think it works well.
I think my problems with just like the Captain America trilogy extend to like I don't like with Civil War. Everyone loves that movie, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's like it's very long. It's like 2.5 hours long, and I don't really care about seeing like superheroes going through a bunch of like political crap. Just like talking about whether they should go and fight or whether they should let the government intervene. And I'm like, this is maybe a conversation you should be having, but it's also a superhero comic book movie. And when you're talking about these kinds of things, it gets on my nerves because it's just quite dull to see. When like Iron Man's just there, he's like, we've been put under control, man. And then Captain America's like, no, man, we got to fight for what's right.
You're wrong.
I'm like,
because,
shut up, man.
because you need to, this is the thing, right? This is the one issue that I have with anyone that talks about the Marvel MCU movies, right? Iron Man in that film is instantly sides with the government and says, like, we need to be put in check. We are out of control, stuff like this. If you watch Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 3, his character is so anti-government and so, like, my property is my property, that it's not just him randomly saying, we need to be put in check. Is that when you hear that, you're like, it's the character development behind that that sentence, that thing that he said. Because he's gone from being on his own and not wanting the government to have anything to do with him, being so reckless with his equipment and his technology, to now he realises and understands and has grown as a person throughout the movies, to the point where he feels that they are going to prefer implement some stability and oversight to them.
That's fine. I do like these characters. I'm not going to say that I don't like the MCU. I do like the MCU, but it's like I did like a marathon of them like, last year.
Yeah.
And it took me like 3 months to complete.
Mate, it took me the same amount of time.
Like half of them, I could quite happily never
I
watch
will
again.
happily say, like when you said that half of them are absolutely shite, I would never. Unless I'm doing a marathon of it, I'd never watch any of the fours other than 3. Iron Man 2, I would skip. Yeah. I would skip Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
I have a kind of a soft spot
I'd
for
probably
that one.
skip both Ant-Mans, to be honest.
The only reason I'd watch the first one is because I like Paul Rudd as an actor, because he is in he's in Role Models, which is a fucking hilarious film. I would skip. I fucking hate Captain Marvel. I don't like Brie Larson. She was racist and sexist and didn't even realise she was being it when she banned or said she was trying to get all white men to not review her movies. You're like, that's racist and that's sexist.
It also infringes upon our rights of freedom of expression.
Oh, how is that racist or sexist? And you're like, well, if I said I don't want any black women reviewing my movie or coming to my shows or whatnot, 1, it's racist, and 2, it is sexist.
But that movie is so like. The problems I have with that movie is nothing with her being a woman.
No.
It's just like it's another
don't get me
boring
wrong.
Marvel movie.
I didn't like Captain Marvel because it was just a shit movie.
I
don't like
liked it
Brie
about
Larson.
as much as I like.
I didn't
like
like Brie
Thor.
Larson because she was racist and sexist and just backed it up. And then you had most of Hollywood agreeing with her, and you're like, fuck off, you fucking righteous little cunts.
It's the new age, man.
Go on then, Chris, what's the next one?
I
forgot we were doing this list.
I'll just quickly go through a few that there can't be a huge discussion about.
Yeah. Didn't you say you weren't going to put Lord of the Rings on there because you know I'd get angry if you did?
No, I didn't put it on in the end because I've only rewatched the first one recently, so I couldn't really.
The second
judge
one with
them
the
all.
trees is somewhat decent. There's like a rap or something or rhyme. Do you know?
The trees start rapping.
Do you know,
the tree
do you know
rapping
in
scene, I
Stranger
love
Things? Do you know in Stranger Things season 3? Have you seen it, Max?
I've seen it.
Do you know when Dustin and his girlfriend do the song?
Yeah, the never-ending story.
Yeah. Originally, the directors, the Duffer Brothers, put the song or speech or poem that the trees say in Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. but then realised that it would be copyright
Well, yeah.
because it's on Amazon, owned with Amazon or something.
It's also set years before, like years after that.
It wasn't meant to be a like direct reference to it. It was just, I don't know, but yeah.
Anyway, next film is the Before trilogy, directed by Richard Linklater.
I still have to watch them.
Never seen them.
They're great. It's the best on-screen romance in any film.
Disagree.
You haven't watched this.
You've,
I
never,
still
you've
disagree.
clearly never seen Chicken Run.
Oh yeah.
You've clearly never seen Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
What does Wallace fuck Gromit?
No, there's a woman, Lady Tottington,
Yeah.
and he
Lady
he really
Tossington.
likes her.
Yeah. They go to take all the rabbits out from her palace.
Yeah. Anyway, next one.
Next one
Wait,
is
what was the film called?
Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
For some reason, I just thought of Rayman Raving Rabbits.
next one's the Night of the Living Dead trilogy, the original one. With
I literally thought you were about to say Night at the Museum.
Yeah, not in
I
museum.
thought
I
it
was,
Yeah.
I was gonna bash my head through the window.
Yeah, the original one with Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead.
I liked them.
Yeah,
I've
they're
only ever
fun.
seen Land of the Dead once, so that's when the zombies get like
I've not
intelligence,
watched that
isn't
yet.
it?
I've got literally all
Did
of
you
them
just
on
say
DVD.
you've never watched it?
Not watched Land of the Dead.
How do you know it's a better trilogy then?
I haven't watched the second trilogy. There's two trilogies. There's Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, and Dawn of the Dead, and there's Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, and Survival of the Dead.
Yeah, I've heard of Diary of the Dead. That's a weird film.
Yeah, I've got them all on DVD. I just haven't got around.
we
to
should do a
watching
marathon
all
of
yet.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one.
I feel like we're doing a Cold to the Touch podcast with these lists.
The Jackass films.
Yeah, Jackass are quite funny. I remember in school, me, Tobin, and the friends that we were in the same group with were like, yeah, we'll make a Jackass movie. And then when it came to filming anything, it was like, right, Connor, do you want to do this? Why me?
Yeah, me and my mates started filming something. We had like basically almost an hour worth of content, and I was going to upload it, and all my mates were like, "Please don't release that. We'll just get bullied." So we never did.
So Chris just decided to release his Cinnamon Challenge video instead.
A classic. What's the next one?
The Monty Python trilogy of Holy Grail, Meaning of Life, and Life of Brian.
It's a good trilogy.
Oh yeah.
I watched.
In Life of Brian, they filmed that shark tiger on a thingy. Tiger on a boat.
No, that's the
Life of Pi.
Completely different.
Life of Brian's about a guy who everyone thinks is the new Messiah.
I watched The Meaning of Life for the first time recently. I didn't. That's probably the worst of the trilogy
Oh, yeah,
for
definitely.
me. And then Life of Brian, I watched it again recently, and I liked it a bit more. But I still don't think it's like.
Do you think
amazing.
they should make a Castaway trilogy, where like
No.
Tom Hanks just continuously gets stranded on islands?
No.
Be pretty unlucky.
But each
The
island,
same thing
each,
happens again.
Each island is like a different island, and like in one of them he has to like. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. Holy Grail, one of my favourite movies ever. I love that movie.
Same.
What's
It's
your favourite
amazing.
song ever?
It's my favourite song ever.
Mm.
Funeral by Rella Tomasi. I don't know if I'm saying
It's
that
a
right.
good song.
What about yours? Is yours gonna be a Foo Fight? Yours is Everlong, isn't it?
Not anymore.
Oh,
now
it's
it's
changed.
Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads.
Oh, okay.
It's the greatest song ever written. There's no other answers.
What's your favourite song? Connor?
Martin, I don't know.
Oh.
Don't know what my favourite song
Goodbye by Connor Mooney.
is. By me. I was originally it was gonna be Paint You Wings by All Time Low, but then that's my favourite All Time Low song. But I can't think of my favourite song.
Yeah.
One thing I talked about in my first podcast that remains true is that I'm not musically diverse.
We know.
So when it comes to I don't know.
Mhm.
My favourite song is probably a pop punk song.
Fair enough.
Well, it's probably a 50 chord, 10-minute long, 50-minute long
Shitcore song.
shitcore song. Yeah.
Actually, I'll take that back. I know what my favourite song is.
Go for it.
Fisted Under the
Fisted Beyond Recognition under
Under
the
the
Morning
Norway
Star of
Stars.
Norway.
That's the one.
Next, I put the Godfather trilogy.
Not seen it. I've got the
I-
DVDs, but
Is there more than one?
There's 3.
yeah, it's really.
honestly have never finished
You
the
come
third
to me,
one.
and McDonald's winning,
The
and ask me to whack a man.
The third one is supposedly not very good. I only got like 20 minutes in before turning it off. I keep meaning to go
See,
back.
that's what I did with
But-
Lord of the Rings.
But the first two are two of the best
Max
films
is
ever
getting
made.
very angry when I say it. My friend is a massive Lord of the Rings fan, Dan. He's in the military, and I'm afraid to tell him that I fucking hate the Lord of the Rings movies
Could just shoot a missile at your
it'll
house.
probably be like it's like Four Lions when they accidentally blow up Osama bin Laden when they're on what I can only describe as work experience
Yeah.
for the Taliban.
Spoilers for Four Lions.
Oh god.
Um,
How long is this list, Chris?
We've got at
there is
least 20 more.
Just read them out fast.
5 more.
Just read them out
Alright.
fast.
Go ahead.
the Dark Knight trilogy,
Bunch of shit!
the Evil Dead trilogy,
Shit!
the Cornetto trilogy,
Shit! No, wait, good.
the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy.
Best trilogy in the world, that one,
And
actually.
Actually,
It's amazing.
it's the final trilogy, the Madagascar trilogy.
Okay, that's the best
What
one.
is your two's fascination with
Go on.
Disney films? Or
They're
animated films?
DreamWorks.
Animated films. What's my fascination with that?
Why do you like How to Train Your Dragon so much and Madagascar?
Right, this is going to be...
Because they're
we'll add another 50
shit.
minutes
I mean,
onto this, okay.
they
How
are
to Train Your Dragon.
shite.
No, okay, shut
Here's
up.
the thing, we don't actually like Madagascar. It's completely ironically.
No, fuck Madagascar. We're not talking about those bullshits. Alright, we're talking about How to Train Your Dragon.
Smile and wave,
How-
boys.
no.
Smile and wave.
How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, trilogy. Okay, first one, epic. Slightly... animation
why?
is a little
Why?
janky.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why is it epic?
I didn't say it was epic.
What did
I
you
said it
say?
was great.
Yeah, why is it great?
Because it's epic.
It's incredibly exciting.
It is.
Action, the animation's great. There's a lot of heart to it. The voice acting's really good. The
Everyone
characters are
cares,
fun.
okay? They care. And I just love dragons, man.
It's
And
funny as well.
they step up the technical qualities each and every time, so it always looks
They
better.
did that with the
it always
Rush Hour
looks better
trilogy.
made.
They did that with Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
No,
they
they
did.
didn't.
The third one looked a lot better than the first one.
May have looked better,
I
but
don't
nothing
know.
else about it was
The
better.
third one sucked the soul out of me. I
See,
was dead
basically,
by
so
the
what
end of
you're
that.
saying is any films with a minority cast you're not a fan of.
Yeah, pretty much. So
The
anyway,
dragons
back to
were
the How to Train Your
minorities.
Dragon trilogy. These are great movies, and I'll tell you why. 1, really good. Could be better. 2, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my whole entire life, I'll tell you that.
But they're not reasons. 1, they're good. 2,
Yeah.
I like them.
Look, man, it's an extension of what Chris said. They're really well written. The cast is fantastic. I watched, like, the behind the scenes.
Do you have an
the amount
emotional
of-
connection to How to Train Your Dragons?
I have an emotional connection to the second movie.
Why?
Because I cried.
I
Okay.
cried at both the second and third film.
I've never cried at a fucking movie or a show.
Ever?
No,
Jesus
never.
Christ.
So you have, like, no
No, tell a lie. Right, I cried once at one movie when I was 9.
cute for wellness.
No, it was Little Man.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What the?
Goes to walk off, Daddy. He looks really sad. I was like, bear in mind, I was like 9. Max isn't fake laughing, by the way. I just think he's so in shock with what I've just said. His brain's having a meltdown.
I like that we were going to like talk for a little bit before playing games. We've recorded 45 minutes already.
Right, before we
Oh
play
my
some drinking
God.
games, Cornetto trilogy.
Okay.
Some of the best films, I would say the best films ever made, other than the third one.
But you know what? I'm just going to say this. I think you're right.
Yeah,
But I think all three are great.
But I think all three are great.
yeah, they're amazing. The third one's okay.
Agree to disagree. I think it's amazing.
The third one's okay, but I thought they were going like with the whole trilogy. The fact that it's called a Cornetto trilogy is that in every film, it's they say the line, "Do you want anything from the shop?" Yeah, Cornetto. Right. In the third one, the only Cornetto reference you ever get is at the very end of the film, the last 5 minutes, and it's only because a mint cornetto wrapper flies up to a fence.
That's fine. It doesn't make it a bad movie.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. What I'm saying is, it was made so long after the first two, because I'm pretty sure the first two were made relatively quick within one another.
Shaun of the Dead was 2003, Hot Fuzz was 2007, then World's End was 2013.
Yeah.
So it's not generally
Big,
consistent with the spacing out.
Well,
Yeah.
No, there's four.
It's like 4 or 5 years between each one.
Mm. But just the third one just got rid of all the tropes that were in the other two that made it what I deem as a connective trilogy.
The thing that Edgar Wright wanted to do is he wanted to keep a lot of the same themes. A lot of the big themes of the trilogy are someone who's kind of struggling to get out of his adolescent phase and trying to struggle with
Right, that never
adulthood.
happens in Hot Fuzz.
Literally, Nick Frost's character's like that.
But it's not Simon
It's-
Pegg. He's the main actor.
It's Nick Frost in the first two films. They changed up the third film. His plan was...
It's not Nick. I'd say it's Shaun in Shaun of the Dead
It's
as well.
kind of both of them.
Yeah, in Shaun of the Dead.
But what he also wanted to do is a big rule in comedy is the rule of three, where you tell the joke the exact same way twice, and then the third time you change it up a little bit. And that was what he wanted to do with the third film. So there are a lot of those jokes, like the fence joke and stuff like that they carry over, but he changed it up.
All right.
In the third one, when he
that-
said, "What's the matter, Sam? You never should have taken a shortcut," and he jumps onto her car instead of a fence.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense then.
So, yeah, there are a lot of the
I still think
similarities,
it's the
but he
weakest of
changed
the
it.
three.
It's definitely
Yeah.
the weakest of the three. I think everyone will agree with
Yeah.
that.
But that's the thing. Like, I only just watched these movies again, semi-recently, and before that, I thought The World's End was like the best of the trilogy. That was my favourite.
I always thought
But now it's
Paul was the...
Paul,
yeah, before I found out it wasn't directed by
yeah, I
Edgar
thought
Wright.
it was like meant to be the third
Yeah.
film, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I always thought that. Me and my friend always thought that it was the third film. Then when they came out of The World's End, it was pied off and retconned.
Yeah.
But do you remember when World's End came out and they did the Cornetto screening?
Yeah,
Ode,
I wanted to go to
at
that,
View.
but I never did.
Me and my mate Connor went to see it. Watched all Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and then World's End. And it was probably one of the... it was the second best experience I've ever had in the cinema. The first one being the midnight screening of Dark Phoenix.
right? Yeah,
No, of Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that was a really
That
great
was
experience.
that I liked that. I would 100% say, in my opinion, that the Cornetto trilogy movies are better than Avengers. Right. The only reason I would
Yes.
say that I liked that night more is just because of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was so. I sometimes think about it, and it happened 2 years ago now, wasn't it? No,
it was
last
last
year.
year.
Last year, May last year. That I will never ever get to experience that moment again,
Yeah.
and probably that moment will never happen again.
Yeah, I don't think Endgame is the best film in the MCU, the best film I saw in the cinema, or even the best film I saw last year. But easily, it's one of the best cinema experiences I've ever had
just
because of the
insane.
atmosphere in there.
Not me.
Did you go and see the midnight screening to Avengers?
No, I just went on just any random day. To be
Yeah.
honest.
See, me, Chris, his girlfriend, and our mate Will went to the midnight screening, but we saw Infinity War then Endgame,
Yeah.
and it was just one of a kind, mate. It was incredible.
Was that like a 6-hour experience?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it was
it was like a 15-minute break. in
we
between.
got there, and that was 45 minutes.
Oh,
Film
was it?
finished at 11:15, and it started at
Oh,
12.
fair. I thought it was barely anything.
No.
I remember
Um,
going out to the lobby when I went to the toilet, and it was just packed. You couldn't like move.
Yeah, I went
'cause it
to
was
one of
so-
the disabled toilets 'cause I wasn't waiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just so... It was incredible. You had people fucking cheering.
There's like
Nuts.
in that movie, I was having like a good time, I guess, and I was kind of bored for a few bits of it. But then spoilers for Avengers Endgame, I guess, when Iron Man kicks the bucket,
Iron Man
I was-
dies!
I was ready to like tear up then. But then somebody in like the front row burst out laughing. I was like, "For fuck's sake."
Yeah. The first time I saw it in the cinema, nothing like it didn't hit me at all. And then the second time I watched it, I burst into tears when that happened,
Yeah.
especially at the funeral scene.
I didn't like the funeral scene.
Yeah,
I-
It's a
thought it
fine
was
scene.
nice.
I watched a review of the film, and one thing that annoyed me about this, I unsubscribed for them for this one thing because it really fucking annoyed me. So you know, at the end of the film, when there's Elizabeth Olsen's character, Scarlet Witch, and Jeremy Renner standing at the river. Right, Jeremy Renner has lost Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, and Paul Bentley has died. Vision, right? So they're having a moment, and they're saying like, do you think they know or whatnot? And Jeremy Renner's like, yeah, they know, they're whatever, blah blah blah. The review that I watched said, yeah, they were talking about Black Widow and Gamora.
What?
I was like, what the fuck did you just say? Instantly unsubbed from the channel. I was like, you're an idiot. Just, it annoyed me so much.
They were talking about Gamora. What are they going to do with Gamora in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
They weren't talking about Gamora in that moment.
No, they definitely were.
No.
I can't think of who else they could
Do you know what?
possibly be
No,
talking
this
about.
is a plot hole from Avengers Endgame, right?
Oh,
so,
what?
when Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. snaps his hands, the only thing that I can think of that he's done is he's snapped his fingers and has fought, kill all of Thanos' army that have travelled back in time to prevent anything else from happening.
Sure.
In his army is Gamora from 2014 that is at the time not on his side but in his army and willing to do what he says. So she should have died as well. She should have been dusted.
He made an exception.
But he never met her. He never met her.
He knew subconsciously.
But no, this is the thing. He
Quill
didn't.
talked to him before. He was like, dude, if you're going to do
Dude,
this,
if you're going to
just
snap this. But no, but Quill's
Don't kill
dead
my bird.
when he snaps him back. And then he doesn't see him throughout the fucking movie. But that's one thing that always confused me. I was sitting there thinking, like, Gamora's meant to be dead. Yeah. He's snapped all of his army as well. She's came back as his army. She should be dead right now.
Yeah, but if they
Okay.
kill her off, then they can't.
But
do
they
another
can't make the next
Guardians.
Guardians movie. You're right, yeah, exactly.
To be fair, I think it will probably be set before Infinity War. I think that would make a lot more sense.
Well, the next Guardians movie.
Yeah.
No.
No, it will be set after.
No, he's out.
I reckon it will have something to do with, like, tracking down
Maybe.
Gamora or something. But do you reckon Thor's going to be in Guardians 3?
I don't think so.
No. He'll have his own
Pretty,
thing, won't he?
pretty. If he's not, it's pretty shit to set him up in the movie
Yeah.
as he will be, because there is a comic called As Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, they're gonna fucking set that up.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. You never know.
He may make a cameo or like a brief appearance in it, and then because you never know, 4 and Guardians 3 may happen at the same time.
Yeah.
4 may be in the beginning of one and then show up later in another and explains it. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Sorry, Max, are we boring you? Do you just want to
Yeah,
talk about
anyway,
how
yeah.
good the Lord of the Rings movies are?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. So anyway, so Frodo goes, he's got the ring.
What's the funnest time
What's the funnest
you
time?
had in college with us? Same question for you.
I didn't really have fun, to be honest. No, I mean, probably the studio
Joke didn't
time.
land well, did it?
The studio time, I would say. Just recording stuff.
Do you know what my funniest point is?
What?
The fact that it's 7 years later or 6 years later, and I spent £5 on eBay to get a fucking McDonald's toy
I'd say
because he was our mascot for the fucking band.
Yeah, so there's this thing. There's the movie called Home, and Home has a character that's like this purple dude.
played by Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, played by Sheldon. So at the time that movie came out, I guess they were selling toys at McDonald's.
Wait, all I'm gonna say is, who the fuck bought a Happy Meal to get that toy?
Who knows?
I don't know. Did we even go to McDonald's and get that toy?
Yeah.
Was it us? Or was it just there?
Well,
We may have just found it. To be
well
fair.
maybe then.
So anyway, we get this toy based on the character from the movie Home, from a Happy Meal. And he becomes our mascot. We name him Mark. And then when we
I don't know
we
where the
leave
name
college,
came from either.
we think, wait a minute, where's Mark? He's been thrown out. He's gone. Mark is
By Wade.
out
Not
by
happy.
our music teacher. He threw him out. So how many years has it been now? Like 50 years. 50 years later, we have to go onto eBay and get this
New
Mark
Mark.
toy, the new Mark 2.0 from a Happy Meal packet on eBay. And
Even
now
came
he
in
is
the
with us
wrapper.
again.
No.
Came in the wrapper. Yeah, I'm surprised I found it. Just typed in purple McDonald's toy.
Yeah.
Did you read any of the chat that me and Max were talking about last night?
No.
So I'm thinking about writing short
Oh, yeah,
horror
I did see
stories.
that.
And I said to Max, he can, if he wants to, if they're good, voice them over for like a YouTube series.
Nice.
For a new YouTube channel.
That would
Like,
be so fun.
put some like background music in. Like atmospheric and stuff like that.
If you can write.
Well, yeah, we'll find out. What grade did you get in English?
Who knows, man?
Got an A, so fuck you. Creative writing. I can't spell for shit, but my creative writing was incredibly good at in school.
Yeah, at school I was always good at creative writing, but none of the exam had anything to do with creative writing.
No,
which is
but
why
I always
fucked
took it.
for
I
a
always
long
took it in because do you remember the whole PEE thing? Point, evidence, explain.
time. No,
I just took it.
That's
as
how
a,
That's how I base a lot of my That's what I use for a lot of my YouTube videos.
I just took it as like a
PE.
command. I just pissed my pants every time I said it.
you
Fucking.
just see P on the whiteboard. And you're like, oh shit!
What
there
the
we go.
fuck are you doing? Not again!
It was on the board, miss.
All right, let's play some drinking games now.
Spicy drinking it.
All right,
I'll
we'll
go
start off.
get a bit.
Yeah, should we get some beers?
Yeah.
Should we pause it and then get
No,
some
you're
beers?
not pause it. The literally the crater's outside the door. Max can go get them.
Go get
Sit
them,
down.
Chris.
Chris, sit down.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my teacher.
Just taking a short intermission. Max is just getting some beverages. You know what? I've had two beers and haven't had anything to eat today, and like I feel my head getting a bit fuzzy.
I had a salad. That's all I've eaten today.
Yeah, but who eats salads?
Me.
Chicken on a stick.
I had a chicken Caesar salad.
All right.
Fancy.
So you guys know how to play bullshit, but the listeners don't. So let me explain it. Bullshit is exactly what it is. You call bullshit. So the deck's divided up into 3 equal parts. Me, Max, and Chris. Or you divide it into how many people you've got in the game. And the idea is to get rid of all of your cards. Now, what we're going to do here, which we haven't done before, the person with the highest amount of cards at the end of the game is going to have to ride the bus.
Of course.
Choo choo.
So be aware. So yeah, bullshit. So we'll all have cards. The idea is to get all your cards down. The way you put your cards down is if Max puts a 10 down and Chris is next, Chris's only option is to either put a jack, 10 or a 9 down. But Chris can lie about the card that he puts down, and he can also lie about how many cards he puts down. If Max or me don't call bullshit, Chris gets away with it. If we call bullshit and any of the cards are wrong, if he says 3 10s, 3 9s, and he's only put down 2 9s and a 1, or an ace, sorry, it's bullshit. Chris has to drink a sip for every card that he has put down incorrectly.
I want to call back to an earlier bullshits we did, where I'd already won, and Connor had like a whole handful, and he put them all down. He said like 110, and no one called him out. And I hope that happens again, but I also hope it's not a
Part of the game, you
detriment.
can put down as many as you want. You've got to pay attention all the time.
Let's see.
Right, so
The trick is to like get them completely aligned, so you put down multiple cards and no one
literally
sees
what
it.
I did. I sat there for
Yeah.
ages while you guys were taking your turn. There was like, what, how many cards?
12.
That many cards? And I was sitting there, and I had to think of a way to put them down without being obvious. So I pretended to have some cards in this hand. So I ducked them over, and I went, blah, 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 put them down.
Indeed.
So, so Max, what do you think is good about the Lord of the Rings movies?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, point number 1, epic. Point number 2, so it. The thing is with the Lord of the Rings, is I had no like nostalgic connection to the Lord of the Rings, but I watched them like the other month, and I loved them. And the reason that is,
52 cards apparently splits up into 3 even piles.
I don't believe you.
Hey Google.
Just joking.
Hey Google.
Hey Google. Hey Google.
I don't know. I don't
Hey
even know.
Google.
I don't know if 53 do. Oh no, do you know what's happened? I haven't put my password
You've just
in.
killed Mark.
Hey Google. Hey Google. Oh fucking hell, Google. Hey Google.
Shouting at it's not going to make it work.
Hey Alexa.
Play the Scooby-Doo theme song.
No, it shouldn't be divided into 3 even piles, so someone's probably got more. So
Google. Why is the Lord of the Rings so crap?
because it is right. Hopefully that mic is
There's
good
a
there.
card underneath your chair. And I'm just going to say that here and now. Right, well maybe that's why we missed out a card.
Right, I'll start.
Go ahead.
Red 2.
Red 2.
2.
You mean 1, 2?
1, 2.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to say 1, 3.
Chris, pull your fucking hand up. Right, Max, can you move these bottles? Because whenever Chris brings his hand over, I can see his hand. Move the cards more that way for you. Right. Would you say 1, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to say 2 2s.
2-2.
I'm going to say 1, 2.
What was your favourite Undertide song that we ever wrote?
Unrequited.
I'm gonna say
Mine was Deceptive Queen.
mine was none of them.
Well, that's wrong.
I'm going to say 1 4.
It was actually Fucked Up Kids.
I'm going to say
Fucked Up Kids was a good song.
that was lyrically amazing.
We're fucked up kids
1
who've
4.
had too much to drink, wanting to be rock and roll.
Some of the best lyrics I've ever written, probably.
I don't remember the rest of it. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I don't know really.
I literally have a 10 Jack Queen King in a row.
What is next?
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Do 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 do.
Best part of those movies is when they sing that song. Actually,
No, it's not an actual song, is it?
yeah, they sing it.
2 5s.
That's the tree song. 5, say.
Yeah, put 2 down.
I'm gonna put 1, 5 down.
Should we get some pizza later or something?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll get some pizza.
Pizza? Got my pizza in the front seat.
And my pizza in the back.
My pizza in the back. 1 7.
2 pizza.
7 pairs of khaki shorts and stickers for my Mac. Mom and Dad just
2
don't understand.
7s.
It's my time. 1 8. 1 8. Anyone want an 8th?
Be like paying attention.
Druggies?
2 8s.
2 8s.
Oh!
What the?
1 9.
Someone's gone and done
Someone's
the dirty.
lying.
Someone's.
I don't reckon Chris was lying though, because if you have the
Yeah.
balls to say 2 8s,
After
when all the other 8s have been
3
put down.
2 10s.
2 9s.
Oh my god.
Or
I'm not happy. This is tense.
1 10.
Jesus Christ. What the?
Oh, it's getting to the point where whoever has to pick this up's fucked.
Oh, Jack.
2 jacks.
Jackie in black. I hit the sack.
1 Jack. Call it, Max. Go on.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go. Oh my god. 1 queen.
Can it be anything higher or lower? Or is it?
No, it has to be a king or a jack.
Okay.
8. Yeah,
Chris,
why are you
your go.
looking at me
The way
like
you were
that?
staring.
Chris,
It's your go. God damn it! Don't
waiting for you. You creepy motherfucker.
1 king.
stare at me like I killed
No.
your dog.
Oh, did you put down a queen? Okay, cool. 3 queens.
1 king.
So much pressure.
Do
on
it.
The way you both are staring at me.
Do it. Do it.
Do it now.
Cool bullshit. Do the roar.
I was quoting Star Wars. Do it.
Well, I was quoting Shrek forever
Go on,
after.
Chris. She'll go.
What did you put down?
One king.
One king.
I'll put down one king.
Oh, fuck.
I put down 2 kings.
Oh, like, fuck.
Go on, call bullshit, please.
Put down 2 aces.
I forgot about aces.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Well, that's strange.
Right, she'll go, Chris.
Yeah. I'll put down one ace.
Bear in mind, he's not looking at the cards that he's putting down.
No, he's...
He's literally just calling them off from the top.
Call
and throwing
bullshit
them.
then.
No, I'm out. I've won.
Oh, for crying out loud, then I shall call bullshit. I'm
Yes! Oh! Alright, Chris, you got to drink like half your drink for this.
He lost, everyone. I remain victorious. Or semi-victorious.
No, Chris, what are you doing? You've got all of these.
I thought I'd lost, so I had to ride the bus now.
No.
Okay.
You don't lose until Max
I
puts
have
all his cards down.
cards.
But Max starts.
Well, let's see then. I'm going to pick 2 4s.
I will also put down.
Chris, you lost.
You've lost.
Chris, you have 3. You actually have 3 4s in your hand.
Yeah.
He put down
I
a
mean,
6 and a 4.
With that many cards, it's kind of impossible to
Yeah.
tell what cards he has. So
Give me
Chris has
cards,
lost
you
that one.
lost. Mate, you need to fucking get with it, man.
You gotta push it to the limit.
Right.
Limit.
Because we're in it to win it.
In it to
Is that a
win
High
it.
School Musical
Oh, yeah.
song?
Yeah, no.
Oh, High School Musical trilogy.
Oh god, yeah, we didn't mention that.
Yeah.
We're such fools. Top tier trilogy.
What do you think of Zac Efron now that he's not doing like shitty movies?
I hate him now because he's not doing shitty movies.
No, I watched him in Bad Neighbours, and then I watched him in Bad Grandpa, and then I watched him in the show that he's doing at the moment on Netflix.
Is that any good?
Down to Earth.
Yeah.
Quite good. The
Is
first
he
ep-
down to earth?
The first that I thought was about him being more level-headed as a celebrity.
It's all about
But
Zac
it's
Efron.
not. It's actually about him. Like each episode's a different topic. So the first episode is like pollution. He goes to Iceland, which have 0% pollution, so it's really good. I found out that his dad is a works in a nuclear power plant.
How about
His
that?
dad's
I thought his
Homer
dad
Simpson.
was a basketball coach.
Split the deck. What'd you get? 6.
Well.
So riding the bus, Chris has drawn split the deck. He's drawn 6 cards, so he has to get through all 6 of these cards. If he gets a jack, he needs to take a sip of his drink, and another card gets put down. If it's a queen, 2 sips, 2 cards. King, 3, 3. Ace, 4 cards, 4 sips. Ready, Chris?
Yeah.
Let's ride the bus. 4, 4.
Oh,
4,
who shuffled this?
6, 2, queen.
It was so close.
This was so poorly shuffled.
No, man. I
How many
shuffled it
sips is that?
You got 3 4s.
2 sips, 2 cards put down.
I'm gonna say this. Bet on it. Probably the best High School Musical song.
Ready?
I thought you were just going to say the best song ever.
No,
written.
bop to the top.
Can't disagree with you on
You
this one.
gotta bop, 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 bop to the top, slip and slide.
I will
You
also
fool! You think I don't know how that song goes?
Go on then.
I know vividly
Go
how
on
that
then.
song goes. Yeah, it's just basically on the long lines.
Let's hear
along
it.
the lines of what you were saying. But anyway, I'm talking about Bet on It. Another
Chris
B
survived
song.
the bus.
Oh yeah. I'd also
Great
say
song.
bet on next to best.
Yeah.
Bet on it, bet on it, bet on it.
Oh
bet
god. Okay.
on
Here's
it.
what I watched the other day that you guys know. Lemonade Mouth.
Fuck off.
Revolutionary.
I've never seen this film.
Well, you got to watch it because it's one of the
Is it
best
like
Disney
Camp
movies ever.
Rock?
It's so much better than Camp Rock.
It's kind of like Camp Rock.
No, it's not. They don't go to a camp. There's no rock.
Yeah, but they're in a school. They play music.
What Lemonade Mouth is not music. It's
Max,
transformative
you
artwork.
really, Max, seriously, you really can't. You do not have the right to have an opinion on any MCU movie if that is a good movie for you.
Determinate
I mean,
is
he
one of the
literally-
best songs of the 2010s.
Literally rated it 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
I rated it a 1 out.
Oh, we know what one of the cards that Chris has.
Letterboxed. M. Shookster.
Right,
by the
Chris
way.
lost, so Chris can go first this time. Max, you need to pick up your cards, bro.
Oh, man.
Should we play
Whoa.
pick up 52?
These were really...
We haven't got 52 cards, Chris.
Pick up 51.
No, we haven't got 51 cards. We've all got, like, an even amount.
You know
Silly.
there are 50... On the 52 cards.
Yeah, 52. 52.
Or is that just weeks
50
in a year?
52 card pickup. Well, maybe 51 card pickup. Or 53.
Well, that would really seriously detriment my hand.
That would really annoy me.
It would upset me to the nth degree.
Right, whenever you're ready, Chris. 1,
2 secs, eh?
2.
Down a 2.
Yeah, but what 2? 2 of ace, 2 of diamonds.
A 2.
1, 3.
I can't believe you guys are really going this hard this fast. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to have to bring it back down to 1, 2.
1, 3.
Oh, you've really grinded my gears on this one.
2 2s.
2 3s. Yeah.
1 5.
Two 5s.
Someone's fucking lying.
Someone's really out there, aren't they? Trying to worm their way
Pass me a beer, please.
1
into the
6.
system. 1 6, eh?
Anyone want a 6th?
I'm going to say 2 6s.
Bullshit.
Well, let's see. 1 6. 2 6.
Which means
that one.
Connor was lying.
Yeah, of course I was.
My problem is that I just never lie.
It's like when you go into a job interview. Tell me a flaw about yourself. Well, a flaw of mine is I just work too hard.
Flora, I just lie all the time. To be honest.
2 10s.
I'm going to say
Anyone want 5s?
9. 1 9.
9.
Oh, well, let's not go there, shall we? I really didn't want to make this political.
9s.
1 9.
Well, bullshit. You put down more than fucking...
That weren't me.
Yes, it was.
I put down 1 9.
I don't believe you, and I'm going to have to take this up with the judge.
Chris, we got to take Chris as
Yeah.
well.
Come on, Chris. Tell us.
Chris, we can
Too
see
busy.
your cards.
Too busy.
Trying to sort it in.
I'll sort you out in a minute.
I don't know how we're going to determine this then, because
I don't know how we're going to
I put
determine
down
this one.
I put down a 9, and a 9 was drawn.
Yes, but I know your game. You see, you put down multiple cards.
So
and
you
then
don't know whether I put down more cards. You're just saying it because I've done it before.
No, I'm saying I saw you put down multiple cards.
How many?
At least 2.
Chris,
or
what are
3.
you saying? Did you see anything?
Chris wasn't looking there.
You can't look at the
Well, it
fucking
depends. Did you
cards
put that one
underneath.
down? Did you put that one down?
No.
Well, then bullshit. I knew it. How dare you try
You can't
to
look at the fucking cards underneath, you fucking cheat.
Yeah, I just did. So
That was how I was going to
you.
determine whether
How else was I
Max
supposed to
actually
call
put
bullshit?
down.
if I can only
Right
look at the
cards.
top card,
3 9s. 4 9s.
an 8.
Eight.
This bottle says Corona Extra. Is that
Where's
just
the
a
extra?
simple Corona?
No, you
But
get
like,
you get added version or an added chance of getting the coronavirus.
No, I'm actually being serious right now. Okay.
I don't know. It's just called Corona Extra. That's it.
That's the beer name.
Yeah.
Because it's
thought it was
extra
called Corona.
special.
Corona beer. Well, I've learnt a new thing today. Wait, what was just put down?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
It was my card. An 8.
Right, okay. Well, then I'm going to put down 2 sevens.
I think from now on, when you go to a bar,
7.
if you want a Corona, you should order a Corona Extra.
Yeah. Give me that Corona Extra.
I'll have a Corona. Hold the virus.
I wonder how many bartenders have heard that in like a couple of weeks.
I
since the
don't
pub's
know.
been open.
I really I pray for them.
Can I? Do you really want me to ask
Bob,
him, mate?
Bob, I'm gonna do it. Video it for me. Video it.
Can I have?
Sorry, sir. Can I help you? Would you like a drink?
Can I have a Corona piece?
Yeah. Just a
Fuck
Corona?
out my bar, man.
Can I have a Corona? Hold
We
the
don't-
virus.
We don't sell your kind around these parts.
All right,
What
you'll
was
go,
put down?
Max. You need to fucking listen.
Oh, well, I
I'm not
forgot.
telling you.
Well, okay, I'm just going to look.
No, you got to put down any random card and hopefully you get it right.
Fine, then I'm
'cause
going to say
That's what you get for not fucking listening.
19.
Well, you need to pick them up because that was a 7.
I disagree.
Well, you put down a 10 and that was a 7. Fucking
So not only
lied.
were you wrong, you lied.
Right, Chris, you start.
4 sixes.
1 7. We'll wait about 10 years for Max to get his cards ready.
Bullshit.
What, me?
Yeah. Right, I'm going to say 4 sevens.
There needs to be a time limit on how long it takes.
Bullshit. I bet you're really wondering how I did that.
4 6s.
You may be wondering how I got into this situation.
You may be wondering how I got 4 8s.
What's the film trope where there's no music playing in the background? It's like, you're probably wondering how I got here.
That's when Baba O'Reilly.
That's the
was
one, yeah.
What did you just put down?
4 6s.
Right, well, I'm definitely going to say something.
I would play it, but you can get copyrighted on podcast, can't you? Out here in the
1
field.
7.
Bullshit.
Alright,
Because I've.
don't swear.
No, he called bullshit. You lost. You
Oh,
put down a
right,
9.
sorry.
Yeah, I've.
Sorry, I put the cards to the
He's
wrong
trying to give
person.
them to you.
Yeah, sorry.
Go on, Chris, your turn.
Must be all this Corona extra.
I will put down.
Oh my god.
He's eating him! Oh my god!
Remember when we watched that film hungover? 4 7.
No.
Give it. 1 8.
Bullshit.
Max, sort your fucking cards out, man.
I'm trying, man. I'm
Sort
trying. The game
fucking
is going too
life, man.
fast for me.
Sort your fucking life out, mate. What film's that from?
Paul?
Shaun of the Dead. Shaun
best
of
of
the
the
Dead.
The Corona trilogy.
4 6s.
Oh, your turn, chairs.
4 6s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I finally saw them out.
4 5s.
Oh my god.
Bullshit.
Oh dear. Has Chris lost this
Yeah,
one?
because I've got a 5 in my
Dun dun
a
dun.
3, a 4,
5
and 2,
and 2.
5.
Why didn't you put the 5s at the top?
There should be 3 5s.
No, because...
No.
Yeah. Well, you fucking lied.
Yeah. But I actually did put a 5 down, so I think I should get less cards.
No.
2 jacks.
You're really going
Bullshit.
to go there, are you? What has he done this time?
Yeah, actually it was.
Right, okay.
You go, Max.
It's my go, and I, for my go, shall put down...
It's my life. It's now or never. I don't want to live forever.
It's nothing but an open highway.
Love is an open door.
Life is a highway.
Life is a highway. I want my way all night long. Do you remember going in Potworld? Potworld's fucking good for cheesy music.
Four
Yeah,
nines.
and soon you can do it again, starting next Friday.
Yeah, I'm not doing that though.
Can't wait to get back on the clubbing scene.
Chris, you'll go.
guys.
What was the last card?
We didn't
Four
tell
nines.
Max. Fair enough, Max told you.
4 9s.
Nine.
I don't think I'll go back to the clubs anytime soon, to be honest.
No, I much prefer like
I didn't really go to the clubs anyway, to be honest.
I'd
2 10s.
only
That
go
was 3
to.
cards right there.
Oh shit. 3 10s.
Wow, you've been called out.
Well, I have no 10s, so I'm not in a position to call you out on that one.
I want my way.
Yeah, I'd only go to
A 9.
Delight occasionally and Zanzi's on Thursdays.
Yeah, Delight and Zanzi's probably the only ones that I'd go to.
Yeah, Delight.
Maybe
Zanzi's.
Pot World as well, every now and then, just 'cause it's a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, I'd go to Pop World.
It's good if you're
just,
like
go for a
already
bit of
drunk.
Yeah, and you like cheesy music, go there.
Yeah, I do. Like
Except
cheesy
last time I
music.
went when we got kicked
Max,
out.
shut the fuck up.
I hope they like bet on it.
What did you just put down?
A 9. No, an 8. No, wait, no, it wasn't 9.
Well, you told me the wrong thing,
Oh,
so.
right, whatever.
3 7s. 10 7s. 10 10s.
4 8s.
One.
This is hotting up now. I don't know who to trust anymore.
1 10.
That's not 110, you motherfucker. You put down more than one card there.
We call bullshit.
I do call
Wait, who's
bullshit.
calling bullshit first?
Both of us.
Chris said it first, so he called it. Anyway. Who is to be next?
It's you.
Okay, then I shall choose the following. 2 queens.
I'll put down.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just did that. Oh my god.
I can't believe you've done this.
I put down a queen as well.
Jesus Christ. Then I'm going to put down 2 kings.
I will also put down 2 kings.
I'm going to put down 3 aces.
1, 2.
Bullshit. So you just put down 2 cards.
I didn't.
You
That is
literally,
bullshit.
you put down all of these, because my last 2 cards.
Hmm?
You've also not got any 2s, so.
No,
Oh
I
yeah.
know.
See,
I only put down the one card
I
I
know.
had in my hand.
Sorry, yeah, you called bullshit though. You got a drink.
I've lost this round, I'm afraid.
Go on then, Chris. Start it off, mate.
To be fair, I've forgotten to drink every time I've lost.
I know.
I'm just out to have a good time with the boys.
Oh yeah. I'm going to put down 4 2s.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
1 ace. No
2
more,
aces.
no less.
1 ace.
Okay.
1 king. 1 king.
I call bullshits.
1 king.
Bullshits on that. I call.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why?
Because I said so.
I need a reason why.
Because I said so.
Tell me why.
Don't
Ain't nothing but a heart.
Oh.
That's also a
Tell
good
me
song.
why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
Have you got to the part of my script yet where someone sings the entirety of I Want It That Way?
Wait, why does
No,
someone sing I Want It
I've
That
not.
Way?
Okay, here's the thing. Chris has sent us a script that he's written. It's 99 pages long. I'm going through it page by page.
It's 99 pages long.
It's 99
Yeah.
pages long.
I
I'm
thought it
going
was
through
like
it.
15.
No, it's an hour and a half long, 99 pages.
I thought it was a short film.
What the fuck?
He's gonna come out into the filmmaking world with his debut, and it's gonna be a feature.
It's not going to be my debut. It's like going to be my back pocket idea where if I happen to have like some sort of following and can have a budget.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm about a third of the way through this script, just writing tons of notes on it. I hope when Chris reads back the comments that I've written, just has a little think to himself, has a little sit down, wonders why I came up with a bunch of this bullshit.
99 pages long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: punctuation, not your strong suit.
No, it's not. I'm not good at writing things.
There was
What? You're not good at writing.
There's a few times where I was reading your articles yesterday. I was like, there needs to be a comma there.
Yeah. I think it gets to a point where I rewrite it so much that I just can't be bothered anymore.
To be fair, this is a first draft, so I'll probably do multiple more drafts before I come up with a final script. But yeah, either way, one of the main characters'
Four
favourite band is Backstreet Boys, so a guy that wants to...
Are you
be
sure
with
about
them
that?
It's
sings
not
it.
even my go.
Sorry, Chris, what was that?
Something about one of his character's favourite bands is Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, so the main character who wants to get with this girl sings I Want It That Way.
Have you put the entire lyrics to that song in there? Or have you just put
No.
this character sings the entirety of that song?
Actually, I don't even think I put they sing the entirety of it. Pretty sure I just put they sing like the last couple words.
Then why lie?
Because this game's bullshit.
This is a back pocket idea for Chris. I'm wondering how he's going to get the rights for that song.
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally multiple
Chris,
songs
you'll
in
go.
the screenplay.
Yeah, there is. There's a ton of songs. Ton of songs where I'm like, feel like
Copyright.
you're not going to be able to use this. Oh, come on, Chris. Really? I mean, was that like the first thing that was put down? Then I'm going to call bullshit. Because, honest, Chris has just put down about 10 cards.
I mean, I literally didn't.
Put down 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, same difference, isn't it?
Yeah, still wrong, but it wasn't 10.
Well,
Ain't nothing but a
Anyway, I'm gonna put down-
heartache. No, it's not your go.
shut up, Chris. He just put down his entire deck.
4 2s.
4 2s. Hey, well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it now. I'm going to put down a 3.
Bullshit.
You.
He just put
Oh,
down
it wasn't
4
even 4
threes.
2s. Nothing worse than that. Finding out you've been conned from the get-go.
4 3s.
I hope this is making it interesting to listen.
1 4.
Are you sure about that?
I hope so.
2 4s.
1 4. Have you got another 4?
1 5. Call bullshit, please.
5 4?
7 9s.
1 5.
5 is guys. Everyone drink.
5 alive.
3 5.
1 6.
Bullshit.
Fuck off!
Oh.
Fuck off! No, it's not bullshit.
I mean-
because you've been caught in your own lie. Connor was caught in his own bullshit.
Have you got 6 4s? 4
6
6 4 6.
I'm not allowed to say, as that would
4 3s.
ruin the game.
Call bullshit.
No. I'm going to stay safe on this one and put down instead. 3 2s.
I will put down.
Bullshit.
I can't believe you just said that. Oh, we lost it anyway. Okay.
Can you pass me another beer?
I can pass you another beer. I can pass you 2 if you like.
4 aces. Can you pass me another beer, please, Chris? Max?
I can pass you about 3 if you want that.
Just the one, please, mate.
Oh, okay. Your funeral.
It's just the one killer, actually.
It's just the one swan, actually.
It's just the one beer, actually.
Anyway, what was that?
4 aces.
Well, then I'm going to put down 4 kings. And I'm just going to say it right now. It would be ill-advised for you to call bullshit on this one.
Ball! I'm not calling anything.
What can I put down from King?
Ace, king, or a queen?
Yeah, ace, king, or a queen.
Go on, I dare you.
Yeah, I'll put down from Ace.
Bullshit.
Well,
I literally started the game off with fucking aces.
Does not pay to have a short memory,
Nor a short mind.
nor a short
4
body.
tens.
1 jack.
Two jacks. Someone's lied.
4 queens.
Bullshit.
1 queen. 2 queens. 3 queens. 4 queens.
That's a jack.
Yeah, that was your jack.
No, he's
No,
put down
it's
5
mine.
cards.
Don't you
I
try
mean-
to weasel out of this one. Yes?
I said 2 jacks, and someone before me said 2 jacks.
Yes, well, these have
No,
been...
he said 1 jack, you said 2, and I said 2. So
Yeah.
he lied.
Yes, I did not have a jack, you are correct.
Okay.
Go on, Chris.
4 kings.
4 chicken.
3 queens.
I can use aces, can't I?
No.
No.
What the hell are you on about?
Jacks or kings, and you've put down 4 kings.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bullshit.
Wow. So what happened there, ladies and gentlemen, is
I
that
had
Connor
all-
put down about 5 cards.
4 jacks.
And he probably didn't even have the correct cards. if I'm being
Yeah,
completely
no, they
honest.
were. Yeah, I put down 4 queens, and it was only 4 queens.
What can you do?
And
for
a few more.
jacks? Kings and
One,
queens. Isn't it?
no, 1 high, 1 low.
I can't remember what's higher or lower.
A
What
queen
the hell?
Yes.
Do you know how
is
to count?
higher, and a 10 is lower.
Look, don't be rude.
Jack, king, queen.
I don't like your attitude.
I don't like your fucking attitude. 1 jack.
Well, well. Still on the second beer.
Well.
Okay.
Just down the beer.
It looked like it went down your throat.
Third beer. Yeah, it did go down my throat. That's how you.
Chris.
That's how liquid goes into your body.
Chris,
and it-
you lose. I put,
Jesus
no, I
Christ,
put
what
down
the hell?
every single one of my cards, and he didn't realise.
Once more. See, I knew I wanted to see that in action again.
See, this is the thing. If you play against Chris, there's a 90% chance that he won't fucking notice
Yeah.
what you do.
I
So
have
you
a-
can
Wearing his
win.
glasses.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Should've
the whole
worn my
reason for
glasses.
it.
Right, Matt, Chris, get out Uno.
When I stop wearing my glasses, just my concentration.
Why did you not put your glasses on? You're only at mine.
I don't like drinking and wearing my glasses at the same time. Everything gets really blurry.
So what, when you drink and don't wear glasses, it becomes...
It's not as bad somehow.
Wait, did you play Uno of 1 deck or 2?
What the hell?
2.
No, we do it of 1.
Yeah, man.
2 seems a bit excessive at the moment.
So anyway, yesterday we're out in the sun. We're playing tennis, and Chris is umpiring for me and Connor's game.
Chris is a shit umpire.
And-
He went, it's 15-15. Then I scored a point, and he went 30-15. Then you scored a point, you went 30-15. I went to who? You went to Max.
Yes.
What happened to the point that I just scored?
And when we say, is that really the answer? He goes, I don't have my glasses on.
So I can't see.
Oh yeah, this is only 2 colours in this.
I was there. Shit me.
That is a big deck then.
We'll shuffle the cards independently and then shuffle them together.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Right, so we're now going to play Drinking Uno.
Woo!
These are the rules for Drinking Uno. Anytime a wild card is played, it's a social drink. Whenever a player lays down a skip or reverse card, and you're the one that misses a turn, you drink. When a player has 1 card left, he or she must call Uno. If Uno is not said and another player notices, and that person must empty their beer and draw 3 cards. At the end of the game, when one player is out of all cards, all players' cards left in their hands must drink for the number of cards they are holding. Okay, that makes sense.
How thick this deck is.
Mate, what
That's
the
about
fuck?
as thick.
You drink if you draw the same number as the player before, so you could lie about that easily. If you draw a reverse card, you may choose a player to drink. So what? So if I just draw it, I can say Chris drink. Every card I pick up, Chris drink.
I want to say this right here and right now. I've not been listening to a single one of these instructions.
+4, everyone must drink. What's the point of being here then?
Just
You're
go
here to
home.
have fun with your mates and you're glued to your fucking phone.
Well, that's not true, is it?
He's glued to
+4,
his
everyone
imagination.
drinks. If you challenge a player's 4 and lose, you have to take 5 sips. If you have to draw 2, then you take 2 drinks. Fuck me. Not 2 sips, 2
Right.
drinks.
2 drinks. 2
Yeah, I think it
entire
literally just means sips.
It's a lot of fucking drinks.
Let's get this show
I've
on the
shuffled
road.
it a tiny bit, but I'll split
And
it.
I shall
Yeah,
also
split it into
shuffle
3
it.
piles and then we'll all shuffle it.
We'll
I'm never-
shuffle it,
I'm
and then
ne-
it will be in
I'm never
numerical
inviting
order.
you round again.
Well, I hope that you will.
Please.
Please, sir.
I want some more.
You.
Please, sir. I'm not that tall.
It's true.
I am only 5'4". Do you know what this smells like? It reminds me of. Do you know when you get a new Yu-Gi-Oh deck?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
and
man.
you start, yeah. Oh.
That dark magician
Yeah.
straight out the fire. Holy shit. Blue eyes, white dragon, all the way.
Can you name any other monster other than them 2?
There was.
Man,
There was
Miss-
like.
Mr.
Manny-
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Man-eating bug.
There
Swords
was-
are revealing light. Monster reborn.
Yeah, sure. There was like a card that was so big and so powerful that it had to be split into like 6 different cards.
No, 5 Exodia.
Yeah, Exodia, that's the one.
It's my penis.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on, Chris. You didn't have to
Yeah,
bring it
the-
down to that level, did you?
The head, 2 arms and 2 legs of Exodia.
And the cock.
No. Exodia never had a penis.
What a shame. That would have been the most impressive card of all.
It could have
Oh,
been
I've drawn Exodia's cock!
could have been
Just
like
been decimated.
could have been like Knuckles from Sonic, who has 2 penises.
Does he actually?
Yeah, because he's an echidna and they have 2 penises.
He's a what?
An echidna,
What's that?
an animal,
Yeah, what kind of animal?
And a kid.
an echidna.
What genus does it stem from?
I don't fucking know.
Give
Either
me
way, it's got 2
give me the
penises.
So Knuckle can fuck that Amy bird and
And
Sonic's
yeah.
girlfriend.
I thought you were just going to say
Shit!
and Sonic at the same time.
Chris, pick the cards up. Drop the cards.
One of them went over to me, but I really can't see it anymore. It vanished.
We're having some technical difficulties here.
There it is.
So we all get 7 cards, don't we? 6, 7. Mate, this deck is so fucking big.
This what is so big?
This deck.
Oh. I thought you said something else.
That's what she said when she was on a boat, and she said this deck is really big.
She said when she pulled out an Exodia card.
It's so big it got split into 5 cards! So, let's start then. 2 is you. Max, I choose you to drink.
Is that one of the rules?
It is now.
Well, then that's a no. 2, eh?
I can't remember the last time I played Uno with actual
Cards. Neither do I.
I use my trap card.
Use my magic card.
So
Dark Magician,
it skips
go.
Chris. So Chris, you have to drink. And then I'm also going to choose a reverse card, which means
Whoa.
Chris has to drink again.
Whoa.
So it's actually my turn now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
That's so
Max
rude.
has to drink.
I'm so mad.
Are we doing 0 and 7 roll?
Yeah. So if you get a 0, the hands switch this way. If you get a 7, you can switch hands with someone else.
Right, okay. And what if I don't want to?
Then don't. If you put the card down, you have to do it.
Oh.
Right. Skip. That means Chris has to drink. I'm just taking a sip of my drink.
This green 1.
1-1.
You put it upside down.
That was upside down.
Oh, wrong game.
What are you talking about?
Thought we were playing bullshit.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has drawn another card.
Hey, Max has to drink.
I can't believe you used Mark to prop up that piece of paper.
I'm using the bottle.
And Mark.
She'll go, Chris.
Did you just go?
Yeah, I picked up a card because I couldn't put a card down.
It's a wild card, so everyone has to drink, and I changed it to red.
What the hell?
Everyone,
Never
5 seconds.
seen.
5 seconds of drinking. Ready? Go.
Spicy.
Right, you'll go, Max.
You changed it to red, did you?
Yeah.
Aha, you've fallen for my trap card. Red 3.
Haha! You've fallen for my trap card, a blue 3.
Haha.
Oh!
Red 2.
Shit, man. Right, go and put my laptop on charge.
Oh dear.
Are we doing jump in as well? Or not?
No.
Oh no! Connor just threw the laptop on the floor.
Thank God I noticed the fucking laptop dying. That would have saved. Right, what card you go with, Chris? Oh, it's there.
I put down a 2.
Haha, blue 2.
Haha.
Oh dear. I shall put down a blue 9.
Ooh. And Max has a drink.
Oh man.
No, I have to drink because it was meant to be my go next.
Oh.
And it skips me, so it goes there. No.
Oh, you should have drank last time, but Chris drank instead.
I'll just take it down. Right, blue.
If you're enjoying the podcast,
please subscribe.
give us a like.
Rate us on iTunes.
Don't forget to hit that bell.
We know you're all enjoying it.
And if you didn't realise, today's podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. You can battle, you can raid, you can be a shadow, and you can be a legend. So subscribe to Raid Shadow Legends for 50% off your order. Just type in.
I kind of want Max to shut up and play the fucking game.
You should have got me to make a sponsor for the show.
promo code Mark.
No, you still can. I can just slip it in.
Oh yeah.
Do like a if you can just do like a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, and I'll put it at the beginning of the video, and then if you get this far into it, they know why.
I'll change this colour to yellow,
What the fuck?
and I will also
That's
say
a,
Uno.
Empty card, so you can write a rule on it.
Right. Well, give me a pen.
No, just say a rule.
Yeah, say a
Oh.
rule and change the colour.
The colour is yellow, and my rule is that no matter what happens, I have to put my last card down.
No, you can't do that.
Well, what the hell? What are these rules?
Because that's
then?
essentially saying, in Ring of Fire, if you get a jack, no matter what, I don't have to drink the last drink. It's no fun.
What's my rule? My rule is, that every time a yellow card is put down, you must drink 3 sips.
Okay,
Let's go.
you'll go, Chris.
Hell yeah.
Chris has put down a yellow card.
So you got a drink. sips as well.
No.
You didn't specify who has to drink. You just said you have to drink.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Bingo.
No one called Uno.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I know, you've won, don't get me wrong. But we didn't notice that you didn't call Uno.
Oh, I did call Uno.
No, you didn't. We
I
can
did.
watch it back.
Well, go ahead. Because you two were busy chatting, and I said, I will change the colour, and I will also say Uno.
I don't think you did.
Well,
Right, how many cards you got left?
3.
Right, so you got to take 3 sips, I got to take 2. Right, next game.
what a game, ladies and gentlemen. History in the making. I really hope I get a Blue Eyes White Dragon in the next round.
I used my magic code! Excuse me, sir, I'll have a beer. Please, sir, can I have some beer? How's everyone? Should we end the podcast here? Just
I don't
piss.
give a
Skadoosh.
fuck. Let's do it.
Shut up, Chris.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen.
One an hour and 45 minutes. I've had like 5 beers and I'm nearly pissed because I haven't eaten all day.
Quite a bit, and I'm
I've had 2 beers.
tipsy.
Have you
I'm
had 2 beers?
completely sober.
Why don't you just drink more? Just down the rest of your beer.
I will down the rest of my beer, ladies and gentlemen.
Take
It has been a pleasure talking to you.
Take shots of my rum.
Oh, go on. Go on.
Go on. No.
Go on.
Do you want me to be out for
Go
the
on.
count? It's
Puss.
only
You fucking...
4:45.
You pussy.
Oh, message read.
Saying what?
Just saying we're done now,
Please.
so you can come.
Please come over.
Hi, Max.
Hello there. Every day, you disgust me in different ways.
Hell yeah. Podcast's still recording.
It is. Right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Shit Talk podcast. For the audio listeners, I really do apologise that you
The
couldn't
audio
see what
listeners.
was going on.
They're
Yeah,
all
'cause-
audio listeners.
No, because you can record it through film.
But we didn't.
That's what I used to do. No, I'm just saying.
It
Though.
turns out he's actually had a camera hidden in the room recording us the whole time.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed the podcast. Just 3 friends
Free
talking
friends,
shit,
talking
getting
shit,
pissed.
getting pissed.
The 3 best friends that anyone
No.
can have.
The Hangover trilogy. You didn't mention that.
No, there's a
He
reason.
was talking about the best ones, though.
Yeah, the Hangover. I watched the third Hangover. You know when I messaged you the other week, and I went and watched the third Hangover movie, and I turned it off.
So
I
bad.
turned it back on just to like finish watching it. I was like, I really shouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
I enjoyed the first one, saw both the second and third one in the cinema, and they were just so terrible.
Mm.
Especially the third one.
Yep.
So
Right, we're gonna call it a wrap here, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Thanks for listening, guys.
And
Hope
just
to tune
remember
in.
to use code CMFitness on Raid Shadow Legend to get 100,000 free silver and a free warrior and champion. The graphics on this mobile game out of the ordinary, and it's also now on PC. So if you want to play it on PC, play it on PC. But I wouldn't say. Okay, yep. See you later, guys.
And
RuneScape's
just so you
better.
know, we've all been sitting here naked the entire time. Subscribe.